Hey, what's up everybody? Danny from Danny Mac's Kitchen here. Welcome once again. Today I'm really psyched because I'm revisiting an old recipe that I used to make. It's been about 6 or 7 years. No particular reason that I don't make this anymore, it's just one of those things. And I happened to be in the supermarket, saw some key ingredients necessary for it, and I was like, you know what? I'm making that today. I used to make this for my mom. She would go crazy for it. It's funny because I actually just sent her a text telling her that I'm making this dish, and she's super pissed at me because she's not here to enjoy it. But we will definitely save her some for next time. Today we're going to be making roasted potato soup with roasted leeks and chorizo sausage. So let's get it prepping. Look at all these fabulous ingredients I've assembled for us today to work with. I have olive oil. I have 2 quarts of chicken stock here. I have 8 ounces of heavy cream. I'm using 6 russet potatoes, touch of white wine. I have 5 ounces of chopped bacon here, 2 ounces of chopped garlic, 4 large leeks, 1/2 of a large yellow onion chopped, and 1 pound of chorizo sausage. Go ahead, preset your oven to 375 degrees. All right, go ahead and start peeling those potatoes. Peeling potatoes is always so exciting. Next up, let's go ahead and cut these up. Go ahead, cut it right in half, then in half again, and then just quarter it, just like that. So you get pieces that are roughly that size. Go ahead, place all of these potatoes in your bowl. And now I'm going to introduce you to these leeks over here. These really beautiful leeks. These are also known as green onions. They definitely have a mild onion type flavor. And oddly enough, they're actually a member of the amaryllis family. I don't know if you know what an amaryllis is. It's like this really huge, crazy flower. But yeah, they're related somehow, so who knew? What we're going to do is, first we're going to cut off the bottoms. Okay. And you see how it goes from really bright white and then it starts getting greener and greener and greener and you get these like leafy greens going on. We're not really going to use those, they're not really edible, right? So we're going to pretty much just cut it like right about here. Okay, the best way to cut these, half them, basically just in 1-inch increments, just cut it open, just like that. I do, however, want you to reserve a half of a leek for me because we're going to use that for our garnish. Back to the remaining leek that we have, what I want you to do is go ahead, slice it in half lengthwise, and we're gonna cut it as so. I'm gonna make nice long strips out of it. You see that? And we're just gonna keep that aside. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Yeah, just like that. Go ahead, get yourself your olive oil. We're going to give this a good coating. Get everything coated with the oil. I have a baking sheet right here. We're going to go ahead, put all of this right on this baking sheet. Spread it out evenly. And right in the oven. "45 minutes, guys." So you know, what do I always say? Presentation's key, right? So the reason I had you reserve those leeks, we're gonna go right here. This is cold, it's not even on. I have vegetable oil here. Go ahead, put the leeks right in the vegetable oil while it's still cold. Get them all covered, submerged under that oil. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it on. Keep it over medium heat for 25 minutes. When they're ready, they're gonna be a nice golden brown color. We're gonna take it out, we're gonna strain it, but I'll show you all that once they're ready so you can see exactly what it's supposed to look like. So just, well, yeah, go ahead while your potatoes are baking, just leave this here and check on it intermittently. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes and you got this really nice brown color. Let's go ahead and strain these out of here. Get yourself a paper towel. Just go ahead, spread them out on the paper towel. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of separate them a little bit so they can air dry and get crispy. And I'm just gonna put a little taste of salt on there. So go ahead, let that drain, reserve, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on our soup. Go ahead, get yourself a large pot similar to this one, and we are making a pretty decent amount of soup. Go ahead, turn the flame medium high, and get it heating up for like 45 seconds. Okay, about 2 ounces of olive oil. Go ahead, get those onions right in there. That bacon. And that garlic. It's cool if you put it all in at the same time. Just go ahead, mix that up. We're gonna let this cook for probably 6 to 7 minutes, I'm gonna say. We'll adjust the time if necessary. But in the meantime, it's been 45 minutes and our roasted potatoes and leeks should be done. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, they're looking good. Go ahead, set that aside. And just keep stirring your onions. It's been about 7 minutes. We're looking pretty cooked here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start adding our roasted potatoes and leeks. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of white wine. About 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces. Go ahead, mix that up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add our heavy cream. I'm gonna add our chicken stock. Go ahead, bring that to a boil and cook for 5 additional minutes. Oh yes, that looks good. We've been boiling for about 6 minutes. All these flavors are coalescing together. Let's go ahead and season it up. And black pepper here. Let's get some salt in there. And give it a stir. I'm just gonna take a quick taste. Yeah, very good. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my hand mixer and I'm gonna start mixing away. So I want to break some of those potatoes and leeks up, get some thickness going on to this soup. I'm not going to puree the entire thing. I kind of like it to still have some chunks, but you see it getting thicker now, right? Well, those potatoes are really starting to break up. So are the leeks too. Add your pre-cooked chorizo. These were in the fridge, so they're cold, so you really want to give it a minute to come to temperature. About a minute's all it takes. I just wanted to mention real quick that I use the hand mixer If you don't have one of those, two options. You could either use a food processor. A lot of people, go that route. Or you could use a blender. I'm not real happy with using the blender because it's dangerous. If you do it incrementally and make sure the top isn't on all the way, because the steam will come right through and it'll pretty much explode in your face. So be very, very careful if you're going to use a blender. Let's go ahead and plate this up. I want to scoop out some of that really nice chorizo. Get that right in there. I'm going to put some more in there because I'm being a little greedy today. Go ahead, ladle some of the soup right on top of that. Okay, you're probably making fun of me because of this really small ladle. Yeah, I know, I have to get a bigger one, which I will. That looks good. Let's get a little garnish on here. We're going to take some of those outrageous crispy fried leeks that you made earlier in the middle. Garnish with some scallions. And I'm going to be bad today. I'm going to put in just a little bit of sour cream. It's alright to be bad once in a while. Put a lot of work into this. Voila, I am extremely happy with that. Enjoy. So Mom, I'm really sorry that you're not here to join me and share with this. I'm sorry, I promise next time. But think about all the lives that have changed today with this glorious soup. And the presentation is off the charts. People are going to absolutely love it. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to eat. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Danny from Danny Mac's Kitchen.